dive into the world of flavors and delight. Every drop brings health and fuels our fight. Coffee, the ultimate treat. Todd Katz takes the lead, where each brew inspires and plants the seed. And now let's explore curiously with our taste buds and ears, with every delightful sip with the host. Coffee, the ultimate treat.
Kevin and also Brian. Now let's get moving with today's episode. All right, so let's talk about something every entrepreneur, especially those running cafes or wellness businesses, faces these days, juggling all those tools. You know, back in the early days of running my first cafe, everything, marketing, customer outreach, bookkeeping, was a patchwork of separate tools.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like you're constantly switching gears, right? One for email campaigns, one for landing pages, another for, say, customer feedback, not to mention the time spent troubleshooting. It's exhausting.
Exactly. And it wasn't just exhausting, it was expensive too. I mean, when I first opened my online coffee business, I added up the cost of all those subscriptions. It was way over $200 a month, easy.
And that's not even accounting for the man hours you lose just trying to keep everything integrated, or worse, going back and forth when systems don't sync.
Right, that's when I, decided to look into all-in-one platforms. It was honestly life-changing. Like, take Systemi.io, for instance, for less than $100.
$97 to be exact.
Yeah, 97. You get what? Email marketing, landing page building, even membership site hosting, all in one place. The value compared to $220, that was, well, it was a no-brainer for me.
And it's not just the cost. What stood out for me was how these platforms simplify the learning curve. Instead of navigating like 4 different interfaces, you log into one dashboard. That alone saves a ton of mental bandwidth.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when I first set up my templates, it was all drag and drop, super intuitive. None of that coder level stuff I used to dread.
That's huge for small teams or solo entrepreneurs too, right? You're not just saving money, you're saving time. And time, well, that's arguably the most precious resource when you're trying to grow something.
Couldn't agree more. And when things are streamlined, you can really focus on what's important, whether it's the perfect roast for your coffee or, crafting a stellar customer experience.
And speaking of saving time, Kevin, it's amazing how often we hear entrepreneurs say that's their biggest struggle, juggling everything and still feeling like there aren't enough hours in the day.
All the time, mate. It's one of the top complaints, right after how do I get more customers. But the funny thing is, we waste so much time just figuring out systems that could be solved with a bit of consolidation.
Totally. But then comes the pushback. People worry about becoming too dependent on a single platform. I mean, yeah, you're saving time, but what happens if that platform goes down?
That's a real concern, not going to lie. I remember when I first switched, I was a bit hesitant. But then I thought about my old setup. If one tool failed, my whole system was out of sync anyway, so it wasn't that different. Plus, the reliability of these platforms today is incredible.
True, the tech has come a long way, and honestly, jumping into an all-in-one system doesn't mean you can't adapt later. A lot of these tools let you export data or integrate in case, you grow out of them.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, I might have worried about customization at the start, but unless you're running a massive operation with niche requirements, these systems are robust enough for most businesses.
Right? And hey, adapting your workflow can even improve how you approach things. Like I started using my coffee breaks as intentional pauses, a little mindfulness moment during the day. It helped me reset before diving back in.
Oh, I love that. It's so easy to get caught up in productivity that we forget the value of slowing down. Ironic, really. But building that into your day could be just as important as what tools you use.
Exactly, because tech should support your day, not run it for you. It's about fitting your tools into your rhythm, not the other way around.
You know, Brian, what you said about fitting tools into your rhythm really got me thinking. Scaling a business isn't just about working harder or using more tools. It's about streamlining and doing things smarter. And that's where these platforms really shine.
Right? Because as you grow, the complexity doesn't just double, it multiplies. You've got more customers, more data, and, well, more pressure to keep it all running smoothly.
Exactly. I remember when my online coffee business started taking off and suddenly I had like hundreds of customer orders coming in from all over. The old way of doing things with half a dozen disconnected tools, it couldn't keep up.
That's where scalability becomes key, right? The idea that as your demand grows, your tools grow with you instead of you scrambling to patch things together.
Yeah, and you know what blew me away? It wasn't just the convenience, it was the collaboration. Suddenly my marketing team didn't have to wait on me to pull reports or like fix integration issues. We could actually focus on building better campaigns and connecting with customers.
That's huge. I mean, when everyone's looking at the same data, whether it's email, open rates, or website traffic, it's like this shared foundation. It fosters teamwork because you're all on the same page.
Oh, totally. And having those analytics in one place, game changer. When I realized I could track how many customers came back for a second or third order, man, that opened my eyes to ways we could really personalize the customer experience.
Yeah, it gives you insights that go beyond just sales numbers. You start seeing patterns, like which offers work, which ones don't, and you can tweak your approach to really cater to your audience.
And it's not just about the bottom line either. It's about creating something your customers love. For me, there's nothing better than hearing someone say, "Hey, your coffee made my day. That's why I do this."
Exactly. And when your tools take care of the grunt work, you can focus on those meaningful moments, whether it's a heartfelt review or a new collaborative idea with your team.
Spot on. And listen, I think that's the takeaway here. These platforms aren't just a tech solution. They're a way to free up your creativity, your time, and your ability to grow in a way that feels sustainable.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, I think we've covered some solid ground today.
Yeah, I'd say so too. So to anyone listening, whether you're just starting out or looking to scale, remember, the right tools can really make a world of difference. And, well, a good cup of coffee never hurts either.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Until next time, take care. Thank you so much for listening to Coffee, the Ultimate Treat podcast. We hope you subscribe to the podcast and newsletter to get all the latest community updates.
Thanks for tuning in, it's really sweet. Your ears too were quite the treat. Sipping knowledge in every beat. We hope you found it hard to retreat. Community bonds we hold so tight in the dark roast or morning light, gathering stories brave and bold, every listener pure gold. Thank you from the host, Coffee, the intimate treat. In the dark roast or morning light, gathering stories brave and bold, every listener pure gold. Thank you from the host, Coffee, the